Hello everyone, welcome to today's forum, Greener Cities, Safer Future, Tackling Environmental Degradation in Urban Areas. I'm Qin Chang, the moderator for today's topic. I'm really glad to be here with you all to talk about such an important topic, the environmental challenges cities are facing. First, let me quickly explain why this issue matters. As cities grow bigger and faster, problems like air pollution, the urban heat island effect, and the loss of green spaces are getting worse. But we have also seen that things like planting more trees, building green infrastructure, and creating encounters can help deal with these problems. So today, our goal is to explore how we can build greener, more sustainable cities and find smart ways to reduce pollution. Before we start, I want to know all of your opinion of this topic.
Okay, so I believe today's topic is not only timely but also incredibly important for our life. As urbanization rapidly increase, cities around the world are struggling with a range of environmental problems, from several air pollution and the urban heat island effort to excessive energy consumption and developing green space. These challenges are not just environmental, they are also affect public health, uh, social equity, and the overall quality of life. Building greener cities is no longer a choice. It's a necessity if we continue to productive short-term growth over long-term sustainability. The damage we inflict on our environment could soon become uh, irretrievable. That's why intelligent and eco-friendly practice into urban planning, such as promoting public transportation in public green areas, are using renewable energy, and implementing stricter environmental regulations in critical. Humanity, greener cities means safer, healthier futures for everyone. Not only as for today, but the graduations to come. This topic serves as an agent call to action for all stakeholders, including governments, business, and citizens, to work together toward a more sustainable and resilient future. That's my opinions.
So for me, honestly, I think this topic, urban environmental degradation, is not very important, but also some that people don't talk about enough. When we think about the problems in cities, we often focus on the traffic jams, crime, or the housing price. But environmental is just important, if not more. Urban environmental degradation means that nature parts of cities like green area, green spaces is slow being damaged because of the bad planning. As someone who's interested in the fast nature, I will notice that when cities grow fast and aren't managed, will basic systems start to fall. The dangers may not work. The water isn't calculated properly, and the air becomes harder to breathe. It's isn't just about pollution. It's affect people's everyday life. It can cause real health problems, reduce people's quality of life, and make the city more dangerous during the extreme weathers. So to me, is this isn't just an environmental issue. It's also a social problem and a planning problem. We can't treat this as something small or far away. We need to see it as a serious risk to our future. If, if we want to save, clear, and fair cities, we have to take environmental degradation seriously and act before it gets worse. Okay, that's my opinion.
Okay, I think city environments getting worse and affecting us all. It makes getting around harder, and there are fewer trees and plants, and the air we breathe gets worse. If our governments don't take this seriously, things will keep getting worse. What is more, there is often noise, which lowers our quality of life. But the good thing is this is also something everyone can help with. So we can play a role in making our cities better place to live. So it is a serious problem for me. Okay, thank you.
Honestly, the same greener cities, safer futures, tackling environmental degradation in urban areas really hits the mark. Urban environmental degradation is already taking a toll on our health. Poor air quality can easily lead to respiratory problems, and contaminated water triggers all sorts of infectious diseases. So building greener cities just a nice to have. If we do more public education about this, offer better incentives for business, and tighten up regulations, we can eventually build cities that are not only more livable but also way safer to future generations. That's my opinion.
Okay, thank you for your sharing. And the first question of this topic, I want to introduce sustainable first. Nature-based solutions are one way to tackle these issues. Do you think they really help improve air quality? Can you give me some real examples?
Okay, so I strongly believe that natural basis solution or NBS are highly effective in improving air quality, and there's so scientific evidence to support this. Natural basis the solution refer to action that work with and enhance natural ecosystems to address environmental and social challenge. One of the most widely judged the benefits of NBS in urban area is their ability to clean the air. For instance, a World Bank study conducted in Moscow City found the structurally planted urban trees that were able to reduce fine particulate matter, uh, specifically PM 2.5 by around 10%. This is significant because PM 2.5 is a dangerous air pollutant that can comprehend deep into the lungs, and even enter the blood system, causing serious health issues such as heart disease and lung cancer. In addition, research published in Nature Sustainability showed that increased urban green cover by just 10% could lead to a reduction in air pollution by less 7%. This demonstrate that even small store interventions like planting more trees, creating rooftop gardens, or restoring urban wetlands can have a quality of the air we breathe. Moreover, trees and plants are capable of absorbing harmful gas such as O2 or SO2. So while expelling out dust and other airborne particles through their leaves, this not only improves the environmental but also promotes public health and well-being, especially in densely polluted urban areas. Inclusion, natural-based solutions are not just environmentally friendly; they are also practical, cost-effective, and scientifically backed mottos for improving urban air quality. They offer the sustainable path forward the city's struggling with population, while also proving over other benefits like biodiversity, temperature reduction, and value. Yes.
Great answer. I deeply agree with you. And the next, if you were a city planner, which policy or approach would you focus on first to fight urban environmental degradation?
So, if I were urban planning, one of my topic choices would be water sensitive urban design, also known as WSUD. It's a simple but smart idea. This way, instead of just trying control nature, we learn to work with it. When we plan and build city, we think about how water moves through the environment, and we can use the knowledge to improve the city. For example, when it's rain in most cities, the water goes into the debris and cause the floods. But with the WSUD, we use the material like permeable pavement, which lend rainwater sinks into the ground. We also build things like green drainage, small green areas that collect and filter the water, and green space, which are like a shadow with plants that help slow down and clean the water. This helps solve a lot of problems at once. First, it reduces the flooding, which is the big issue in many tropical cities. Second, it helps clean the water before it goes to the river or lakes. And third is cools the city down by addition more green areas, which is important with raising the temperatures and Finally, it's just make the city looks and feel more nature, more peaceful. Some people think these changes are too small to matter, but when every part of the city uses design, the importance is huge. WSUD doesn't need big, expensive technology. It needs smart think, long-term planning, and respect of nature. I believe this is one of the best way we can fight environmental degradation and build a healthier, safer city for everyone. Well, that's my thinking.
Okay, thank you for your sharing your special thoughts. And the next one question, let's say the city is very industry. Do you still think it's worth it trying to solve pollution and environmental problems?
Of course, air pollution and the environmental degradation in industrial cities not only affect residents' health and damage ecological balance, but also restrict the city's sustainable development. I give you an example. Pollution may lead to a high incidence of respiratory diseases, while environmental degradation can make soil and water resources lose fertility and even affect the upgrading of industry itself. I think a livable and sustainable industrial city is more effective and competitive.
Okay, so you think it's worth to try. And how do you think we can balance development and environmental protection?
First, I think we should focus on industrial transformation. We have seen those old school high pollution industries that are major energy guzzlers. It's time to phase out their backward production capacity. For instance, traditional steel and chemical plants often come with a heavy environmental footprint. We can either help them upgrade their technologies and shut them down. Second, I think the energy sector is due for a major overhaul. We have been overly reliant on fossil like coal and oil for far too long. It's high time we make the switch to renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and hydropower. Building photovoltaic power stations in industrial parks or promotion natural gas heating. These are practical steps we can take to reduce our dependence on dirty energy. I think that's all.
Thank you for your answer. And okay, the last question. Of course, protecting the city's environment also depends on the people living in it. What are some of the most effective things communities or individuals can do?
So for the local communication, I think one of the most effective things we can do is to build the neighborhood compulsory or recycling centers. These are small places where people can bring their food waste, bottles, cans, or paper, some garbage to reduce or turn into the compulsory for the gardens. This century can be managed by neighborhood or small communication groups, so it is easy to get people involved. This idea may sound simple, but it can really change people's behavior. When people have a place close to home where they can throw their waste, they are more likely to think how much trash they are making. It's not just about reducing garbage. It's also about learning to how to live in the greener, more sustainable way. On an individual level, I think working or cycling for the short trips is one of the most powerful action as a person can take. It seems small, but actually cut down a lot of air pollution from cars. Plus, it help people stay action and health. If more people walk or bike instead of driving, the city becomes less noise, the air becomes cleaner, and the street becomes safer. And when communities do these things together, the impact is even bigger. It creates a strong feeling of a shared responsibility. People start to feel the part of their neighborhood and work together to make it better. It's how will change begin not just about government policy, but with local action. Many small change, when done by many people, can add up to something truly meaningful. With this, all.
Okay, I agree with Zhang Haoxue, and in my opinion, we can encourage the people, especially our family and partners, to cut down activities that create carbon emissions. It's a great way to spend more time together and even discover new hobbies. Instead of harming the environmental activities, we could focus on things like only buying what we truly need, not just the thing we want to impress. So we can spend more quality time together. It's about changing how we treat nature, approaching it more and practicing it together. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for all of your answer and share. And let me now wrap up our form with a quick summary. Thanks again for joining today's discussion on greener cities, safer future. We covered a lot of ground, from how serious the problem of environmental degradation is to different ways we can respond. You all shared great insight on the concept of green cities and how nature-based solutions really do help, not just in theory, but in real life too. We also hear the different views on how to balance industry growth with protecting the environment, whether it's through better policies, new technologies, or getting communities involved. There are a lot of ways we can move toward greener cities. I hope today's forum helped spark more interest and ideas about sustainable urban development. Let's all keep thinking about how we can make our cities healthier and greener for the future. That's all for today. Thank you so much for being part of this forum. Thank you.